when you're taking your break, make sure it's at the time that you need to fuel. That's the most important part. What up, what up? Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Lindsay and Garrett's channel. Good morning. I wanted to talk to you guys about how I was able to make 700 miles under 11 hours or with my 11 hours. And my fleet manager pissed me off this morning. Made me mad. Sometimes these fleet managers, man, they just be doing the most. How you gonna?
Oh, they're out here doing that bogus shit, though.
Right. And my fleet manager pissed me off this morning, but that's okay. It's part of the job. So, today's vlog, I'm gonna talk to you guys how I was able to make 700 miles under 11 hours. This is for new drivers. If you wanna maximize your hours, watch this video and I'm gonna show you how I was able to make 700 miles under 11 hours. Let's get into it. I'm out. Peace. Before I get into this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. You have to. It's good for your blood, so you have to do it, you know. And I gotta get, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you what I'm about to get. I'm gonna show you. And when I do get this thing, then we can talk about it. You see it? Yeah. Uh-huh. Gotta go get that first. Gotta go get that first. Then we can talk about it. Alright. Now that I got this thing, we can talk about it. Let me get a sip. Freaking pink straw. Woo! Let's go! But here's what I mean when I say these fleet managers need a quick mental evaluation when they get hired. Seriously, you want to explain? Let's Lindsay explain what happened.
Our fleet manager, he sent us our load. We're 120 miles away from our load. We gotta travel down there, but we needed an empty, and we're 14 miles away from the empty that was reserved for us last night. It didn't open in the place that we're supposed to pick up our empty at. Doesn't open till 8, so we were waiting. Well, when our fleet manager came in today, he sent us a reservation for an empty 200 miles away, 100 miles past our pickup place. So instead of going to pick up the empty 14 miles away, he wants us to drive out of our route just to come back to the pickup location. And he's telling us that we need to go get that specific trailer.
So, they need a mental evaluation. Simple as that. Number one tip for you to drive 700 miles in 11 hours. The number one thing you want to do when you wake up in the morning, do not eat any type of food that would make you crash around probably like noon. Don't eat any type of food that will make you crash around noon. What I mean about that, what type of food? Carbs, any heavy food, the biscuit, the sandwich, the little bread sandwich, or you guys eat biscuit you eat in the morning, right? Any type of heavy carbs, do not consume that. You need to be as empty stomach as possible. It will help, trust me. Number two, but before I get number two, the reason I told you you shouldn't eat any type of food that will make you crash is because it leads to number two. And number two is you need to not make too many little stops. Too many little stops, we messed up. We suck all your hours. Yes, it does, it will. And the reason you make a lot of little stops is because you probably ate some food that will make you tired, make you want to just go stretch your leg. You're not really as focused as you should be. So little stop will kill your hours. Try not to stop as often as possible, right? Little 2, 5, 10 minutes is not good. So you want to be as focused as possible. And how do you stay as focused? Don't eat any carbs in the morning. Make sure you have your coffee. Yes, you can have your coffee, but just stay empty stomach as possible. I promise you will stay focused. This is how I did my 700, and that's how I do my daily drive. I don't eat until probably when I'm hungry, so I can stay as focused as possible. All right, that's number 2. Number 3, when you decide to stop, make sure you at least drove at least 5 hours. You gotta make sure of that. The reason I say 5, that's the sweet spot. 5 is the sweet spot. When you're taking your break, make sure it's at the time that you need to fuel. That's the most important part. You got to make sure when you're taking your 30, you're fueling. Well, how can you waste 30 minutes while you're fueling? Let's talk about that. So here's how you're able to waste 30 minutes while you're fueling. When you get to the truck stop, make sure you go behind somebody that's fueling already. So if you're at a truck stop, right, and there's so many spots open and somebody come right behind you, it doesn't make a lot of sense. That's what he's doing. He's wasting time, or he's taking his 30. So that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to go behind somebody. But let's say it's nobody around, but you gotta fuel and everything is open. So what you do is you can get to the fuel island, but you're gonna have to take your time because there's nobody. You're gonna take your time, you can do some pre-trip, whatever you have to do. But now when you start fueling, this is what you're gonna have to do. You see, it's different speed on the pump, right? Different speed on the pump. And what you're gonna do is you don't wanna put to the fastest speed. I think it's 3 speeds. Some of them got 2, but if they had the speed, you wanna put at least to the first speed or the second speed and let it go. Play like this. If you want to maximize your hours, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to take your 30 as you're fueling, right? And this is how you do it. You use the speed. You don't go all the way. You go behind somebody. You're just wasting 30 minutes. And when you get your hours, boom, you're back on the road. Now, the last phase. If you have to stop to pee because you have to pee, you don't have to go inside a truck stop just to pee, right? Because if you go in the truck stop, that process alone can take you 10 minutes off your clock that you need to be on the road driving 65 miles. But the little you braking, go through the exit, keep going all the way down and find a spot at the truck stop, park and pee, that's a nice 20 minutes that you just spend right there. Listen, a rest area is much better, much quicker for you just to stop, pee, and shoot back. Rest area is much better. If you see a rest area, stop there. If you go through truck stop every time you have to pee, you're wasting your clock. Thank God, after this load, we're going to Washington. From Washington, we're going to Virginia. And we're going to step out in the Midwest until we go see Lindsay family. All right. Without further ado, let's keep on trucking. All right, we got a door 35. Lindsay doing the backup. Man, that was a long check-in process. Don't you hate? Sometimes you come to a place, first time, right? That's your first time here. You don't know the whole process. You think that's just the same process. People, the same check-in process, and they are here asking you for your license plate, for the trailer license plate, and you're like, oh my God, I gotta go back outside and grab it. Oh man, sometimes it can be irritating. You know, ask to take a picture of the tent, license plate, trailer license plate, all that. Woo! Alright, this is the end of the vlog. Without further ado, I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm out. Peace.